Hello, everybody. This is Donna Anderson. I'm author of lovefraud.com, and today we are speaking with Mandy Friedman. Mandy is a counselor in private practice in the Cincinnati, Ohio area, and she's going to be doing a presentation for lovefraud.com, which is called How to Start Your Recovery from Emotional and Psychological Abuse. So thank you, Mandy. I'm so glad to be with you today.
Hi, Donna. It's good to be here.
Yes.
Good to see you again.
Okay. All right. So in your experience, when people realize that they're in an abusive relationship, what kind of state are they in?
Okay. Yeah, so there's going to be some emotional things happening and some psychological things happening. But when you first realize that you are in an abusive relationship, often you're now in crisis mode right away, survival mode. And you start to have high levels of anxiety and fear, and you're worried about the short term. What am I going to do now? How do I navigate this in this moment? And then you're worried about the long term. What does life look like 2 and 5 years from now? You're going to feel lost. What do I do? Where do I go? Heartbroken. This person was supposed to be taking care of you and loving you and protecting you. So you also might feel alone and isolated. A lot of abusers do that. They isolate their targets. You're going to feel maybe devastated, just complete devastation. For some people, there's numbness because we have developed a defense mechanism in the circumstance, in the events, the traumatic and abusive events themselves. And so you may not be having high emotional states. Psychologically, we're looking at catastrophic thinking. So that's the other shoe's going to drop. I'm going to be living under a bridge. My kids are going to hate me. Hypervigilance. What's happening next? You know, is everything okay? Are you okay? Am I okay? You're going to have possibly a difficult time making decisions. This is big stuff. This is heavy duty stuff.
Yeah.
And you're worried you're going to make the wrong choice. And then also your fight, flight, and freeze response is on high alert. And you might feel like you can't trust your own perceptions. So that's often what I see as people come in and they've just realized that they're in an abusive relationship.
So what's the first thing people should do when to start their recovery?
Right. Like what do I do now?
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's important to know that it's really hard to start your recovery if you're still actively being abused. So if you are living with this person who is actively abusing you, it really is survival mode at that point. And so try not to put a lot of expectations on yourself in terms of recovery and healing when you're still being, in a sense, poisoned by this relationship. But if you have managed to remove the person from your life or from your inner circle, you want to find your peers.
Oh.
And that can be online.
Okay.
And some cities have groups.
Right.
And then you want to find professional help.
Okay.
So you want to look for someone who understands abusive relationships and trauma, and that person could be a therapist. Not necessarily, though. It could be a life coach who specializes in something like this. Sometimes we wind up with substance issues as the result of trying to manage being in a relationship like this. We want to check out, mentally. So if you have developed any sort of a substance abuse issue, it might be a good idea to start targeting that right away. And you want to take steps towards creating a simpler life for yourself. So how can I make my life easier? So that means maybe the kids aren't doing sports this year. That kind of stuff. Also, attend to your basic needs. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating well? Exercise. I know you're busy and I know you already feel stressed out, but exercise is really, really good for you when your fight and flight responses are online. And then stay no contact. If your situation requires stay no contact no matter what. So that's what I would recommend right off the bat.
Okay. So how will your webinar, your upcoming webinar, help people to navigate the beginning of their recovery?
This is going to give you some tangible, doable steps to help you get started on the right path. It's also going to ease your fears because you'll see that this is a well-worn path. Other people have walked this path before you and are now happy and healthy on the other side. So you will feel less fearful to know that you're not alone, actually. And then lastly, and most importantly, you'll feel more hopeful, you know, because we often feel like we're just so completely devastated. Our world is being demolished through this process, and we start to feel hopeless. But when you are, you know, tapping into the path, like I mentioned before, or a program of recovery, it gives you hope to know that you can and will be happy and healthy in your life on the other side of the abuse.
Great, great. Well, I know you have a wealth of knowledge, Mandy, on this topic, and you've helped so many people. So we're really honored and thrilled that you'll be doing this webinar for Love Fraud readers.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, well, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Donna.